Hi, my name's Travis Paxton. I'm 20 years old from Barrow-in-Furness, and today I want to talk to you about the new app called Genuine. So, what is Genuine? Genuine is a dating app for people that struggle to make conversation off first glance and, I don't know, maybe feel a bit unsafe and worried on normal apps like Tinder and things like that, where you only get to see a photo and a brief message from a person or a user. So, what we plan to do in Genuine is take this app but turn it into a more sociable experience, because in the real world you don't meet people by just, you don't meet partners just by walking up and being like, hi. I mean, people do, but most partners in successful relationships are met through friends, or going to the movies with people, and what do you call it, meeting up in different opportunities and experience different things together, which is what creates that bond at first. So with this in mind, what we've done is we've created group chats, we've created news feeds where people can just post as if, like, on the same as Instagram and Facebook and all that. You can post just as normal. You can have group chats, anonymous messaging, there's games, there's a hell of a lot of things to people to make conversation of, to people to bump into each other, find an interest and connect on that. So what made me come up with this idea? Why have I suddenly decided to do this? Well, I've been single for quite a while now, and no sob stories, but I suffer from a little bit of depression and anxiety. And because, the UK has been in lockdown, I haven't really been able to practice my sociable skills on people, talking to them and, making conversation. So I'm trying to go through these dating apps to, find me a hubby. It's hard. I mean, yeah, you can get replies, but most things only last a couple of minutes. Like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. That's it. Ends there. So because of the world we live in and the digital age going forward, I want to create something where young users and people like me can connect with people easier, better, since that's the direction we're moving in. And what better way to meet someone than either through a friend, or connecting by having a laugh through an app, or being live and having a joke with someone on there and then talking to them personally, or asking anonymous questions and, creating mystery and talking back and forth with these people until they decide to reveal themselves. And, it's all just, there's tons and tons and tons of opportunities to talk to each other and people. Now, moving on to the next part about why it's not what the app's for. Like, now we know what the app's for. People that struggle to talk and whatnot. I'm going to talk about some of the features and explain myself and reasoning behind them. Now, there is a feature on the app called the Love Meter, and I was hesitant to add this at first because it can seem a bit confronting at first. You are technically reviewing another person. Well, the Love Meter isn't meant to be a review as such. It's not meant to be going on and saying, oh yeah, this guy was great, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we want users to leave good ratings for each other, but we want it to be genuine. And what my reasoning behind that Love Meter is, in order for users to stay safe online, because every year there is unfortunately a lot of sexual assaults, a lot of stalkers, and a lot of shitty things that goes on in the dating world, and it's sad to see. So my way of battling this and coming up with a structure where people can have early warning signs and things like that before meeting someone that they've met online is, the Love Meter, where users and previous people that have interacted or friends that have seen these people can leave them good reviews or bad reviews. So say Molly goes out with Dave. Dave is a complete dick, just wants to have sex with her and not talk to her again and all this stuff. Molly can go onto Dave's profile and say, hey, look, he's just in it for a shag, and I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a long-term relationship. So if Dave tries to butter up anyone else and, you know, lead them on to thinking it's going to be something bigger, but just wants to, you know, dick around. Other users can see that and not waste their time. And obviously, if a user has been involved in sexual assault, fortunately, they can put a warning sign on that person's profile. So any new users that match with that specific user will get a warning of what's happened. And how we are going to make these reviews genuine, and to make sure that people aren't just going to go on and bully each other, or crazy exes aren't just going to go on and mess up each other's profiles, is there's going to be an upvote and a downvote system. So other matches can upvote or downvote that particular review to see whether, you know, they best think it matches them. So let's use Molly and Dave again. Molly breaks up with Dave. Dave gets on this new dating app to try and find himself a new girlfriend. Molly doesn't like the idea, so she goes on and she creates an account, somehow matches with him, and then starts leaving reviews that are really shitty and really bad, saying awful things about this guy just so he doesn't get anyone interested in him. Well, people that are already matched to him can downvote that review because they've interacted with this person. They know that's not true. They know who they know who this person is. So after a certain ratio of upvotes to downvotes, a review can get removed, or it'll just get pushed to the bottom of the pile, and anyone seeing that review will be able to see that it's not an accurate review from the lack of upvotes and the amount of downvotes. So that is the biggest innovation, I think, that would come into the dating world and help a lot with sexual assaults, time wasting with fuckboys and all this other crap, and meeting a genuine partner faster. Because, I mean, don't want to go too much into my personal life, but, you know, I've struggled for a while to find someone else, purely just off, you know, wasting time, people. But that is genuine in a nutshell, and there is so much more coming out, and there is a lot going on behind the doors. But of course, funding is a big part of the development. I'm not a coder myself, so unfortunately I can't sit here and code everything myself and get the app up and running, so I'm having to outsource that. And yeah, it's quite a big project because it's social media. It's not just a quick game or anything like that, so it's not something I could get a loan out of and quickly bang out there. It is a big project, and I'm aiming to be the next Tinder or the next big dating app. So any support would be much appreciated. I plan on taking this as far as I possibly can, putting everything I have into it. I've already put a bunch of work into it with thinking about how this is all going to work, how it's going to come together, how a user's going to stay safe, how a user's going to meet genuine people, how real relationships are going to be made, and how many, you know, potential cases we could stop with the whole Love Meter system. So that's it for me for now. My name's Travis Paxton. Thank you a lot. See you later.